Hi everybody, my name is Kristie Lueza and I'm a junior at Sonoma State University. My major is early childhood studies with a focus in education, and I also plan to minor in Spanish, which hopefully I can complete in Spain through the study abroad program my senior year. And I was asked to talk to you all about, the importance of doing your homework and to tell you all to just do it. And I know that's something that you don't want to worry about right now, and it's the last thing on your mind, but it's although this transition is bizarre, it's important to keep as much as your routine as you can, just to kind of ease the anxiety around the unknown. And also it's just good for you to just complete it, because when you do go back to school in the fall, the teachers are going to continue with their curriculum, and yes, there's going to be some accommodations, but there's only so much that can be done, and the last thing you want to do as a student is to play catch up. And already you're like, throughout the school day, you're busy with school, extracurriculars, whatever, but adding a second workload on top of that is something that you all don't want. So simply just do it now, and then you'll be thankful for it in the long run. And also, if you don't decide to do your homework, just think, going to class the first day and not having any clue as to what the teacher is teaching, and just think about how you feel, and more importantly, how are you going to react? Are you going to be frustrated and mad at the teacher because, you didn't complete your work, or are you going to look for extra resources like tutoring and stuff to help you catch up with whatever material is being presented? Also, I would like to highlight how I recognize how difficult, this transition is, and I don't want to take away from the importance of your mental health, but we have to keep going, right? And what we don't want for you all to do is to limit the opportunities that come with education. And I'm not saying that you need to be a doctor or graduate student, but I do want you all to have a goal, and hopefully that goal comes from you, not from your parents, not from your teachers, but from yourself. Because and that goal is going to change, right? And the last thing we want to do is to have that goal change and having you start from ground zero. I'm going to be honest with you all and let you know that in middle school and high school, I had no idea what I wanted to do with my life. And my concerns, like most of yours may be, is, maybe outside of, home life, it's my friends and just kind of like fitting in. And that's perfectly normal. Personally, I participated in extracurriculars to A, get me out of the house, and B, just that helped me stay focused in my academics. And, like there was one or two classes that I didn't like and I hated, but like most of you just kind of got to complete the work and move on. And once I did that, I graduated high school. I attended the JC here, and that's where I started to reflect on what I wanted to do with my life, and not in terms of career, but just like in general. And that for me, it was giving back to my community. So I sat down to reflect, which is something that can be kind of heavy, but also very necessary. And I asked myself, who am I? What do I want to do? And most importantly, who would I want to have as a role model when I'm like at my age or even younger? Because the reality is, at least for my mom, she didn't have the same opportunities as me. Of course, she supported me in my school and pursuing my education, but there's only so much she could do. Something super basic like, what's MLA? What's an essay? What's the difference between AP and IB? Those are questions that she wasn't able to answer for me, and I had to figure out on my own, and that's perfectly okay. But it was stressful, and I got through it, and it took a while, but here we are. And as a result of everything, whether the good, the bad, the ugly. I'm able to receive small awards throughout the way. And for me, it's being able to work at home thanks to my internship that I'm doing right now. And also the fact that I'm able to help my niece with their homework, which I know what many of you may be experiencing is trying to figure it out on your own because your parents aren't able to help you in that way. But that's exactly why I worked so hard. I want to be able to give back in however that may be.